dysfunctional. I didn't know it till later. I was molested as a child, and I had physical abuse, and thought that was how everybody was raised. I was raised in a home with an elder father. He got divorced from his wife when I was 5. He had a much younger girlfriend who had a daughter. There was a lot of sexual molestation going on between them and her daughter and me, and a lot of physical abuse as well. I found out at 13 that I was adopted at birth, and thought that up to that point everything I had known was to be true, and then from that point forward everything was conceivably a lie in a 13-year-old's mind. So from that point forward everything was, I had to justify everything in my world, whether it was truth or whether it was false. And that started the coping. It was Christmas, 13 years old. I'd have to say that was 1983. We were at my sister's house in Carlton, Oregon. I was sitting on the floor, the whole family was sitting there, the tree was behind me. I just opened all my Christmas presents. I had one of those navy blue coats on from the 80s that were real cool, orange inside, Eskimo hat. They got me a little black and white TV. And the reason why I say all this, I could the smell of the food. I can just see everything distinctively because they all sat me down and had this conversation and said, "We got something to tell you." And I thought that my dad was dying or something. And in my world, it was even worse. They said I was adopted, and but that it was okay. But for me, I didn't know how it was okay, because from that point forward, it was all trying to justify again, going backwards. What was truth? What wasn't? Why'd you lie to me? And so on. I started out young in addiction. My father used to give us a beer on Friday nights, and me and my stepsister. At that time, it was more we'd have drinking contests, who could get it down the fastest, and I believe it was for him to get us to sleep, for us to get it to sleep. And that one became to me sneaking another, and before you know it, I was 9, 10 years old, drinking 4 or 5 beers every Friday night. And then I got into high school, and it was the thing to do. I never got into pot too much. It made me paranoid. Continued drinking into my teens and through the Marine Corps. And when I got out of the Marine Corps, it just continued into soft drugs, marijuana, and went on to prescription drugs, combining them, then cocaine, then methamphetamine, and that it escalated from 17 on to 35 till I got caught. In that lifestyle, you have to be who you need to be for yourself. If you want drugs, you have to go be that guy that wants drugs. If you want to be a husband, you have to go be a husband. If you want to be a father, you have to go be a father. So I was painting many faces, telling many lies, telling more lies to cover lies. And it was a lifestyle with which I'm grateful I don't have anymore. But and I don't even know how I handled it. When I finally did get sober, I didn't know how my wife took care of it all, because I realized how much there really was to do. Things really started to change for me when my wife decided that she was going to church regardless. And it caught me aback. I needed to step up as a man for my family. And so I decided to go with her, sitting in the back pew and whatnot, and trying to be unannounced or not noticed. But the people I went to church with didn't allow that. There was relationship involved. The Holy Spirit worked through others to show me that there was others like me that had my story, and I wasn't the only one, because that's how I felt. And in turn, with accountability and integrity, I opened up and they opened up and built relationships, and through the Holy Spirit was able to help others in doing so. At As Is Church, you're going to find that people are like you. People have been through everything you've been through. You can't do it alone, and it requires relationship. And we have the people that will love and give you the relationship to get through it with God's power.